slabra den jahan beschebrana where the spare van vre beauty.
Is that all for the one fly?
Yeah, when you think there's 4 sets of 2, 4 matching on the bottom and 4 matching on the top.
Oh my god, this is another 4-hour job.
So this fly here was developed by a fly tyer called Major Trahearne.
Major Trahearne?
And he was famous for the ridiculous, basically.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculously ostentatious flies. So
Yeah.
I've never tied this one before, so I thought I'd give it a go. Just at the gutter, that's where you stop. And then back up a few turns and then get your thing out of the way. And not so bad on the shakes today.
No, you had only 5 pints yesterday instead of 9 the day before. So how many turns do you give this?
4.
4. And this loop you tied in there at the front of the hook, that is that again, what is it? Some gut or what is that?
Yeah, silkworm gut.
Silkworm gut, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the word I was missing. It was a miss. Silkworm gut. Where does that come from? I mean, who produces silkworm gut? Who comes?
I think
So that is
Spanish, I think.
the Spanish. So that is from Victorian times. This sort of tying, or
Yeah, well, I don't know if that actual piece of gut is from Victorian period.
yeah, but the concept.
the concept of it, yeah. A bit of yellow, light yellow floss.
Light yellow floss. Oh, now cometh.
And because I work outside, my hands are rough, and my hands would absolutely destroy.
Oh, wow.
They would destroy the floss.
That looks a bit like Donald Duck now.
Yeah. Or I've had one. I was going to get one with sequins in it for the Michael Jackson look.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, it is only such a small part of it that gets the yellow.
Yeah, it's just under the tail.
Oh, the agate. The agate stone to polish it. I remember that one from the last fly you tied, from the last traditional one.
Now I want to build up the back here, just so the transition between the top of the floss and where I'm going to sit the tail is level.
Okay.
Because if there's a step there at that point, when you tighten the tail, it kicks it up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. As a sort of a support.
Yeah. So the tail is going to come in there like that.
Oh, you flatten that. Oh.
And you can adjust it.
Yes.
Straight.
It's much easier to keep it in position that way.
Yeah, and you see, and you leave some of the barbs on it as well.
Yeah.
And that stops it rolling.
Yeah.
And it's the first feather you put on. And then when the last feather you put on comes over the top, they should meet up roughly. That's dependent on style, but
Yep.
it's kind of nice if it happens that way. So I'm really happy with the way that tail is set there. And this is a Indian crow substitute, because the actual Indian crow feathers are so ridiculously expensive now.
Yeah. Is there dubbing going on now, or why are you waxing it?
I'm waxing it because I'm putting on a ostrich hurl
An ostrich hurl.
butt.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully there's enough of it left for me to wrap.
Build it up. And now it's the silver stuff again. The silver round.
Yeah. That's just going to go in as a rib.
Oh yeah.
I've got this little gauge that I've made to divide this length here into 4.
Oh, that is really getting scientific now.
So you put this card on it until the two sides match up where you want to be.
I don't believe
And
it.
that gives you, if the bloody pen works. So then you have on your fly here now 1, 2, 3, 4 equal divisions. That's the card.
Amazing.
Right, first off goes a slightly different yellow to that, you see.
So that's not as light as this.
Yeah, slightly darker.
This is straw yellow.
Yeah. Same colour as the sort of tippet
Yes.
topping.
Oh dear.
I suppose I could give you a COVID injection while I'm here.
You could.
I've laid the floss down, give it a quick rub with a stone, and now I'll put a rib on it. So that so far is the easy bit.
That's the easy bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now becomes the tricky bit.
And these are jay feathers now,
Yeah.
and they go in as veilings as well.
Yeah, they're just sitting on above and below the
Yeah, and then how many pairs go on?
4.
4 pairs. Oh, jævlen, nee.
Because if you had 3 on, the salmon wouldn't be interested in it.
Yeah, of course.
The ones underneath are always the trickier ones.
Sorry, the
The ones underneath, because
Yeah, of course. Of course, you don't know where to go with your hands.
I think I'll just get them lashed on and then see what happens. There, you can kind of manipulate them a little bit afterwards.
Oh, sorry. And so you have to repeat that now 3 more times.
Repeat, and then next pair slightly bigger, next pair slightly bigger, next pair slightly bigger.
Okay.
And then 4 or 5 toppings over the top as the main wing.
Okay.
So it's one of those kind of strange flies that the body is almost the wing as well.
Yeah.
So once I get this hurl on, I'm going to take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
And have. So after a bit of graft on the body, here we are with...
Yes, you are at the last bit now. Well, of the body segment.
Yeah. So I'm using the pliers just to flatten off
Yes.
each stem.
Yes.
You squeeze them, you pair them up.
Yeah, so that it stays in position when you bring them in.
Yeah, the J stem compresses quite well because it's hollow. I suppose quite a lot of feather stems are hollow.
Most of them are. Well, I don't know of any that isn't hollow, that ain't. Because when God created the birds, he wanted to make them light, so that they don't fall out of the skies. So that's why the feather stems are hollow, I guess. Didn't I say that nice? No?
You did. I think you got the word God and evolution mixed up.
Oh. Yeah, well, probably. In line they are. Perfectly in line. I have to admit. Somehow it looks a bit like one of these prehistorical animals. You know, you only have as fossils now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it reminds me on one of these fossils.
So now comes the real fun. The topping wing.
Wow, in a glasses case he has them. These precious. It's golden pheasant, that is, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a few here now.
And how many do you need for this now?
I'm going to try and put on as many as I can.
As many as you can.
Yeah. The pattern says 10, but
Oh.
I really don't.
You want eventually, you want a spinning rod to cast this thing.
Yeah. I don't really think that I'm going to go with 10 because I reckon it would just be ridiculously difficult.
Yeah. And this first one is the most important one.
Well,
Because-
it kind of sets the tone.
Yeah, that's what yeah. The scene setter, so to speak. Yeah. Oh,
So-
you've cut the tying thread off now.
Yeah, I'm going to change to a black thread.
Oh.
I'm going to put one Indian crow on each side. Right,
Now comes the horn
Yeah,
thing.
red macaw.
Red macaw.
Scarlet macaw, actually, I suppose you're going to be technical about it.
And is that just, well, the whole fly is just an optical thing, but has that a practical relevance also, this thing? Or is it just because it looks nice?
I think it's just because it looks nice.
Yeah,
Like, these things are designed to catch fishermen, not
I know.
fish.
Yeah. So, and it's now just the head that's missing, or is there anything else to go in?
I might put a wool head on it, and
A wool head?
yeah, I was going to put a hurl head, but now I'll just angle it slightly like that. Check the focus there. It should be alright, I don't think it's moved that much. Still bang on?
Yeah.
Good. So it's just this one last thing to do now, Dietrich.
One more thing,
Yeah, one more element,
and then that is done.
and then it is done.
Finished.
Finished. And then you can, and then you can, then you can go chub fishing with it.
Well, a big chub would take it probably.
Yeah.
Oh, the whip finisher. So that is really coming to the end now. What is this you're putting on there now? Varnish, or
Yeah.
are you putting it on the thread? Uh-huh. Voila! Ho ho ho! Brilliant. Brilliant, sir.
Oro Jónsson gur sacarna go bhachas tá nánin free. Agus Jónsson lethir bígan loan vegal waishis. Tá an bheith seoir sadéir agus neall an hóní free. Is ní minic a hannig sannas gan an dunnas bheith an lárlí free.